5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff.
Good morning, Crest Hill.
I'm Veronica Walsh.
And I'm Maddie Klein.
Today is Wednesday, February 26th.
Also National Tell a Fairy Tale Day.
Let's go on to Mr. Rundle.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, the 26th of February, 2020, and we're here at midweek. I hope you guys are settled into your pause class. By the way, if pause is not your absolute favorite 90 minutes of the week, you're doing something wrong. You should love your pause time. It's a time you get a hang. It's a time you get to have cool conversations with an adult in the building. A time where you get to have meaningful conversations about life stuff. Maybe a little bit of help on tracking your assignments or how do you role play to get some help from a teacher. Whatever. This ought to be the best 90 minutes of your week. Plus a half hour of mind-enlivening reading. That's right, CMS Reads. Hey, I want to show you what I'm reading. Here's what I'm reading with CMS Reads. It's called Small Animals. It's not about small animals, it's about you, small animals, called Parenthood in the Age of Fear, right? I'm kind of interested in what we're doing as a society with raising our kids and how fear-driven that whole thing is. Fear for your safety, fear for you getting every advantage you need, all those things that, because your parents love you so much, it's driving you. Anyways, that's why I'm reading this. I picked it because I knew it was something I definitely want to commit to spending a half hour every Wednesday reading. I hope you found something too. Don't settle for schlock. Don't settle for crap. Get something good. Okay, here is some more announcements.
Who'd have thought that we'd be anchors for CANN one day?
I don't know, but I'm really sorry. I'm really bad at anchoring.
Let's go find out some cool facts about teachers.
On to Who Would Have Thought.
Can you guess which staff member had their homecoming date stolen by Mr. Levine? Nope, it wasn't Mr. Risden. And, yep, that's right, it wasn't Mr. Beale either. It was poor Mr. Markle, who had his homecoming date stolen by Mr. Levine.
Let's go check out what the Falcons are doing at HRHS.
I'm Jenna Klein. I'm a senior here at Highlands Ranch, and I wrote an article called Is OK Boomer OK? And I kind of just wrote about like the generational gap and the fact that OK Boomer has become such like a big thing on like social media, and the fact that it kind of follows the pattern of history. I don't necessarily agree that OK Boomer is like the correct way to respond to an uneducated older person, but I do think that it's kind of like a way that teenagers are responding to things that they feel more educated about compared to older people. So this generation, kind of like the older generation of the actual baby boomers, they tend to stick with their opinions, and because we as teenagers are so embedded in social media and what's going on around us, we think that we have the right to ask people why they think what they think, and because the older generation doesn't want to challenge their opinions, we want to challenge them. So I think that's kind of why the OK Boomer thing came about. And I do think it's a little bit disrespectful just because it is like the older generation and like they're people that came before us, but I think it's turned into more of a joke rather than a serious like disrespect thing.
Good morning, Crystal. I'm Max Maca.
And I'm John Franco Gray.
And on this episode of Falcon News, Jenna Klein gives us a brief description on her article on generation breakdowns.
Here at Crest Hill, we the students are called Generation Z, which means that you were born from 1995 to the present.
Let's go see where some Crest Hill teachers fit in.
In total, we had 81 responses from the teachers.
At Crystal, we have 24 boomers.
We have 33 people from Gen X.
And we have 22 people from Generation Y.
And only one teacher from Gen Z.
So remember, Crystal, respect your elders.
And have a great day.
Miss YS students have found very important quotes that mean something special to them.
Let's go hear from a few trekkers.
My name is Jocelyn Baxter, and my quote is, "Practice doesn't make perfect, it makes better." I live by this quote because no matter how much you practice, you'll never be perfect, but you'll always get better.
I'm Calvin Alexander, and my quote is, "Man shall not live on bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God." And this means that I am not in 100% control of my life, and that reminds me that I need help doing things.
Oh, hey there. It's Deputy Sandifer here in the library. This is your public service announcement to when you are online, please keep in mind who your influencers are. Who are you trying to be like? And is that somebody that is really worth your time and energy to try to be like them? And whether or not they're a good person. So, there's my public service announcement for the day. Have a good one.
I wonder what's happening in the LC.
Let's go check it out.
Get ready. Blackout Poetry is starting. The contest ends March 13th. Be sure to get your poems in by 2:50 on Friday in the Learning Commons. The way to enter is, first, you scan a page for an anchor word. That anchor word is what you're going to base the rest of your poem off of. Read the rest of the page, pick words that go with your anchor word, and then circle them lightly with a pencil. Rip the page out and fill in everything but the words. Good luck!
All right, here's your Mr. Rundle Lame joke for this Wednesday, the 26th. I was drinking a milkshake on the edge of a cliff, and I thought, wow, I'm legendary. Ledge and dairy. By the way, I just learned Dr. Page next door is lactose intolerant, so if you happen to see the principal at the high school, just mention that you've heard he has gas. This is Mr. Rundle saying, I love you guys. Peace out.
Let's go get an inside look on how Miss Young lives outside of school.
Let's go.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Young, your bookkeeper here at Crest Hill. This is my little puppy Shadow. She's 7 months old. We've had her for a few months now, and welcome to my crib. I wanted to start in our front yard, which is one of my favorite places. Underneath this hill is actually a huge fox den. They have a front door over here where you can see some of the snow is upset, and then a side door by that pine tree over there. And every year the foxes have a litter of anywhere from 2 to 6 kids. And it's a lot of fun to watch them grow up over the spring and summer. And then if you see the snow where it's disturbed between those pine trees, that's where some elk had bedded down yesterday in our front yard. So we have a barn here that's over 100 years old. And that's where all the horses for the YMCA campers used to be stabled. So this is the fly fishing room that was built inside the barn. And you can see we have a bunch of fly fishing waders and boots and a fishing vessel here. It's getting pretty cold out here, so why don't we go inside? Hey, here's my home, and I just love having a roaring fire on a really cold winter day, and I especially love sitting by that fire reading a good book. And if you look around the house, it's really interesting because it's called a timber and peg construction, and that means absolutely no nails were used to build this place, only wooden pegs. One of my favorite rooms is up here in the loft where I can sit here by the window reading, but also one of my other favorite things to do is a jigsaw puzzle. So I always have a nice big puzzle going. Okay, so here's my refrigerator. Not a whole lot inside. Looks like I need to get to the grocery store. Here's our guest bedroom, also known as the Bigfoot room. Something I love about this room is the view of our backyard. It's actually absolutely spectacular. The sun rises up over that ridge in the morning. So I'm back outside again, and out beyond all those trees we have a lake we can go canoeing in, and we have a pond for fly fishing, but we also right here have the Colorado River, and this is my husband fly fishing in the snow on a freezing cold day. Nice one. Now that a snowstorm is blowing in, it's a good time to come downstairs, watch a movie, have some popcorn. So thanks for coming, and now it's time to get out.